Hey traders, welcome to the daily video analysis for the 6th of March. We're going to go over the markets. It's New York session. The news is out, and so therefore we can do a full analysis of the markets as we head into non-farm payroll on Friday. First of all, onto the gold software. Before I go into the full market analysis for you, I just want to cover a few things here, which is really important. And first of all, if you are scalping, then of course you have to bear in mind where your stop should be. Stop should be always below the support line, and usually with scalping there's no 2-to-1 risk to reward. So what I would say is that ensure your stop is in the right place. If you have your stop too tight, then of course you can get tripped out, so just be aware of that and practice. In terms of position trading using the gold software, this is highly reliable, and I just want to go over this with you so that you get a good understanding of what's going on. So let's do that now. Bit of coaching as well, and as we can see, we've got a strong buy signal there. Look where the stochastic is. This is really important. If you've got the software, if you've got the gold software, you'll get the buy signal, and you'll have two support lines, one here and one here. Okay, so this indicates that the green background is bullish and the price is going to go up. You have a stochastic which is telling you the price is cheap, and you have this indicator here telling you that the volumes are going higher and higher, higher and higher, higher and higher. So very strong bullish background. And the other thing to bear in mind, as I've said before, is always ensure that wherever you get in here on the buy signal, just after it, make sure your stop is below the previous swing low, and then go for the next pivot. The last pivot yesterday was 21.29, and that got 21.15 on that. In that case, yesterday was 21.29, and today's pivot is 21.51. So just first of all, make sure that you've got 2-to-1 risk to reward. 2-to-1 risk to reward, and if the price is not going to achieve your maximum price of the next pivot, then of course you can pull out and just grab 100 to 200 pips along the way, to just make sure that even if you're scalping, make sure that you've got 2-to-1 risk to reward, and don't put your stop too tight, because you can get tripped out quite often. So whenever we get the buy signal, I will actually let you know in the gold signals room. If you don't have the gold signals, then you can sign up for that in the description below. Congratulations if you sold the pound yen. It came into the liquidity zone using the price action charts. The price action charts are brilliant. Yellow zone indicates the sellers are in. The sellers are in. And a quick 100 pips. Congratulations. Congratulations if you traded the pound Swiss. It didn't come down into the buy zone, this discount area, which is where the buyers were standing by. Actually, what tends to happen is it hits a very important support line, and as you can see there it goes, and we went long down here, and a nice 134 pips. Congratulations if you got that signal. Another great example of price action charts in action. Nice double top. Well, there's a bit of a head and shoulders there actually on the euro yen. This indicates that further downside momentum is likely in the next few days. I'll do the full analysis on the yen futures in a minute, so it gives you a good idea what's going on. But a lovely profit. You want to take the profit now, it's fine, because even there you've got a 1.84 risk to reward. The bottom of this support area gives us even more of 3.69 risk to reward. Massive profits there. I just posted this into the VIP room for members, and as you can see, the pound Aussie is parabolic to the upside. I'll cover that in a minute from the long-term point of view, but we are looking for the price to come and retest this area here of 193.64. So any kind of move down to here, I'm actually going to put an alert there, so that it comes to my email wherever I am, and we expect a big move here. So look out for that signal. If you're in the Forex signal group, then look out for that. So I'm delighted to welcome you to the daily video analysis where I analyze the markets every day, and I will confirm to you where the trends are, which direction they're going in, and I'll also confirm the targets, and I'll also confirm the trailing stops. Okay, so if you're trading the US dollar index, DXY, then this is weak, very weak, parabolic to the downside. It's broken this structure here, this trend line, and so we do expect this to go further downside. So this will help our euro dollar, this will help our pound USD to drive much higher, and it also helps gold, of course, as well. So target is 102.48. We expect that to be hit maybe this week with non-farm payroll, but nonetheless we shall have to wait and see after that, but certainly weak and confirmed. In terms of the yen futures, I did mention this yesterday and the day before. We did have a falling wedge pattern which has been broken, but we don't have confirmation that it's going parabolic yet. We don't have all the buys in, but I think it probably will happen in the next few days. So this is going to be fantastic news for the yens that will fall. Okay, but obviously we need clarity first before we make any decisions. In the meantime, what we can do is use the price action charts. If you've got those, jump into the price action charts as I've just shown you, where we've got the yellow zones and the blue zones, and just use those zones to buy and sell yens downwards at the moment. Not much we can say about the Swiss franc futures. It's absolutely gone nowhere in the last week or even longer. So it's completely sideways. We're going to have to wait and see where it goes. It looks weak, but it's holding on to that structure here, this order block. So we're going to have to wait and see with the Swiss franc. But nonetheless, the Aussie Swiss is making us money. The pound Swiss is making us money. So happy days. On to the indices. And if you're in the Aussie 200, as I mentioned this week sometime when we had change of character, you should be long the Aussie 200. Your stop now is 76.72, and I will confirm this every day to help you make better decisions to make more money. First target is 78.82, and then on to 81.10. S&P 500 still in it. We've been in this for I don't know how long. Let's see, we'd change of character in November, 1st of November last year, and it's done nothing but rally. Now the important thing here is that we've got a rising wedge. See that pattern there, achieving high highs and high lows, and it's holding on to that structure quite nicely. So it will continue. That's all we can say, really, until it doesn't. So all we do, we just move our stop with this green line, the support line, every day, and that's, you know, just let the members know that if you want to buy it, you buy it. The other thing I will cover today is really, really important, so please pay attention. When I spot it, I'll let you know. DAX, congratulations, members. And the other thing I would like to say is just thank you for your support. Much appreciated, and sticking with me. I'm not being well for the last week or so. I've had a bit of a cold and a virus, all things going on. That's what happens when you get in your 60s. But here's an important factor. So this is the thing to look out for. Even if you're not following these trends and getting into the trade and moving your stop with this support line, for instance, and I do this every day for members, as you know, so that you can get into the position here, you can get into the position here, you can get to the position here. It doesn't matter where you get in. There's a nice signal there, by the way. But the one thing to watch out for if you are in it, as an example, if you've been in it since change of character here on the DAX way back in January, then you're just holding on. You're just holding on. You're just moving your stop. There's no more decisions. However, when we get situations like this, there's a possible move much, much higher. Now, we don't have a sell signal, unfortunately. If we did, that'd be better. I prefer to see a sell somewhere here before the buyers come in. But what this indicates is that you are still buying cheap. Now our target is way up here at 19,115. And by the way, this happens on any chart, any asset. And what you're looking for, you don't want to be buying necessarily here, even though it did rally. You want to be buying cheap. And whenever you get that position there, it's a trading opportunity not to be missed. Okay, so let me just go into a little bit of coaching just to help you along. So I've got, that's the 4-hour chart. I want a 1-hour chart. So let's go down to the 1-hour chart on that one. And let's have a look a little bit closer. So we know it's parabolic. We know we've got a swing low. We know we've got a swing low. We know it's all green, so that's good. We can see the change of character, and so on and so forth. So it's still holding on to that position. So now we can make a better decision to buy. We have a buy signal here. So we can, in fact, let's do this now. So buy signal there. Where's our stop? Our stop is there. And we go for 2, 2, 1. There. Okay. So you can go, you can say your stop is going to be 17,577 and your target's going to be 17,876. All right, so that's going to give you a nice 200 points profit. Just an idea. Look out for that. Just make sure when you're doing that you're buying in cheap in terms of the stochastics is way oversold now, and that indicates that that's going to do that, and then that's going to do that. And also you can obviously use this as your stop initial anyway. So let's do it that way, just as a guide. So let's do that again. So we're going to buy cheap there. Our stop's going to be there, and our target's going to be there. If that's an easier way, you can put it a bit closer if you want to. As long as it's below the support line, then you've got 501 points there. Just a little tip there. Bitcoin has changed character. Unfortunately, we had a stop out on that, but that is life. If you've been holding on to the position for some time, then of course you have banked a load of money anyway. But it has changed character, so this is no longer parabolic. Now, this is the key. It is going to $74,000. Okay, I'll tell you that now. It is then going to go on to $100,000. Let me tell you now. And this is cheap now. This is cheap. This is expensive. This is expensive. This is cheap. Okay, so the Advanced Pro charts tells you when it's cheap and when it's expensive. And if you want the Advanced Pro charts, I'm doing 30% discount for members only across the board. That includes oil software, price action charts, gold software, and all the Advanced Pro charts and all the coaching that goes with it. So if you want hands-on help and support, then I'm happy to help you along the way. So Bitcoin is no longer parabolic, so we're not particularly interested in it at the moment until it changes character again. Silver is parabolic. I mentioned this the weekend, I think, and we did have a triangle formation, and it got broken this week, I think, on the 4th by the look of it, and we do have change of character. Now, what's interesting is that I don't like that. Let's change that over to that, so I can change it easily. Your stop is $23.07. and your target is $25.89. Coming down to a cheap price now, so it looks like it's going to start making a move. Gold, don't you just love gold? All right, so it hit our take profit 2088, and then it went on to 2145. Don't think it's got up there yet. Looks like it has. Oh, it did hit our target. Yeah, so our target 2 has been hit. So our next target is 2194. 2194. And your stop can now be moved to 2095. Okay, and the stochastic is coming down. which indicates further upside momentum. In other words, the price is still coming in cheap. And don't forget that the DXY is weak. It's not actually made a big move yet, so just bear that in mind. I posted this the other day on the euro dollar. If you're in it, congratulations. You might want to move your stop, obviously, towards the entry price on non-farm payroll, or bank it. Totally up to you. But the target is 11071. Congratulations to everybody who is following these charts. So your stop now has moved. So see how quickly your stop actually moves. Where initially it was here with a 50 pip stop, it's now moved to here or just below there, and now it's a 25 pip risk. Okay, on a 4-hour chart, which is fantastic. That's exactly. It's almost like a sniper trade, isn't it? The price is not oversold, not overbought, and all the buyers are in. This is tracking for 11071, stop 10819. You know what pound USD is doing, don't you? You guessed it, it's parabolic. As I mentioned the last few days, we've got to break up to 128.27. Our stop coming to this buy area as well here. You see that? Let's put that on there. So it's a great time to get into the markets. If you're new to the markets or new to the VIP room, then happy days. Just follow the system, follow the charts, because the charts tell you where to go and where to put your stops and where to put your targets. Easy as that. 128.27 is next. 126.50 is your trailing stop. None of the other US dollar. I'll just make sure. No, not quite. I just want to flick through. I'm not particularly interested in other US dollars at this stage because of non-farm payroll, and all of them are looking very mixed indeed. This one I'm interested. This has gone red. This has gone red. So I mentioned this yesterday. There's an order block here. This is potentially where the buyers are setting up to buy. Okay, and also take a note of the stochastic. If you sell now, you're selling at the wrong time. If you sold there, you would have made money. So what's likely to happen is you see it bounce up. If it holds on to market structure, then you're going to see a big move down. So we'll be waiting for that. Now, if you want to trade it now, then you can, and your stop is now moving down to 110.99. New Zealand yen is parabolic to the downside. Again, a very similar shape to the Canadian yen. There's a bit of an order block here. Actually a liquidity zone, which is where the buyers are setting up, but I'm not convinced of it. I think there is going to be further downside momentum. If the yen futures decides to rally, which it looks like it wants to, then of course it will drive all the yens down. And look at the daily, see how it's coming down below all the support lines now. 90.16 is your target. Stop 92.00. Aussie yen, again, very similar situation here. Your stop is 98.22, and not quite all the sellers are in, so the New Zealand yen is a better one. Congratulations on the pound yen, by the way. Let's see what that looks like in terms of. I see it's completely mixed. It's not parabolic, but there was a selling area here. This is high liquidity area. Here's this red zone. So you just need to go to your price action chart. The price action chart tells you when to sell and when to buy. And it looks like there could be another buying opportunity coming up on the pound yen, which I'll keep an eye on for you guys on the signals. Swiss yen, we know the Swiss is doing nothing. We know the yen futures is starting to climb, which will drive this lower. And so therefore this is going down, and your stop now is 170.55. And your target is 165.50. That'd be a massive move. I'm just reading my messages there. So here we go. Here's another great lesson. A really good example of how to use the advanced pro charts to your advantage. You can just pop in. You can just move your stop with this green line, move your stop, banking money every day and doing nothing, just moving your stop. No other decisions are needed. Very rare that you see that, okay? Very few people know how to trade like that. Very few people want to trade like that, but it's the easiest way to make money. So swing low, really good example, isn't it? Swing low here, buy signal there. Could you have got 2 to 1 there? Easily. Okay, so your risk is just below that support line. So you're risking 38 pips there. There's another one there. You're risking 58 pips to bank 119 pips. There's the change of character. There's the swing low. There's the buy. Could have got in there. Could have got in a bit sooner, but never mind. So this is a really good example of how to use the charts and gain into extra positions, if you like. If you want to get busier in the market, you might not want to get busier. You might just want to spend 20 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day, just moving your stops. Up to you. Euro Swiss, congratulations. Or didn't do trailing stop, did I? Your trailing stop now has moved to 111.77. Target has been hit here, and that looks like it's going to hold. So therefore that becomes support now, and the next target is 11398. Euro Swiss exactly the same. They tend to do the same thing. We haven't seen the big move on the Swiss franc either yet, so this could be an inclination that we're going to see some big moves on the Swiss franc. 9550 is your trailing stop, target 9671. Aussie Swiss, well, you know about Aussie Swiss. I just showed you that on the price action chart as well. And nice swing lows. Whenever you see the swing low, the price doesn't have to come into a liquidity zone. It can just find its feet and then go long. We are long this. We're expecting this to go to 58.05. And there will be another target I will work out. Just worked it out. Next target is going to be 58.93 due to this convergence area here drawn by the advanced pro charts. So if you really want to get busy, if you really want to make a lot of money, if you really want to get those positions where you can get into the price on several occasions without my help, well, with my help or without my help, totally up to you. You can just get into these positions, into these positions, into these positions, and it's a 4-hour chart. So you're no rush. It is just a matter of getting into the position, making sure we've got 2 to 1 risk to reward. Congratulations to everybody who bought Bitcoin. Congratulations to everyone who bought gold. Congratulations to everyone who bought DAX. Congratulations to everyone who bought the S&P 500 and held it since November. You're all doing amazingly well, and I will appreciate you and your support forever.